Welcome to Pedersen's Poetry. Did you get it? Poetry. You guys have helped the poetry grow with all of your poems. You've been doing such an excellent job. This week, I am going to ask you to put a lot of what you have learned together. This week, we are going to be working on Diamante poems. Okay, so first, try to say it. Diamante. Your turn. Let's clap it out. Diamante. 4 syllables. Diamante poems. Now, I'm going to tell you that I have a little problem with the fact that these are called Diamante poems. Diamante poems are 7 lines long. And if you look at the Diamante poem I wrote, what shape is it in? It's not in the shape of a diamond because a diamond is not a mathematical word. This is in the shape of a rhombus. So really, it shouldn't be called a diamante. Maybe we could call it a rhombumante. But whoever created these types of poems named it a diamante. I guess they knew about poems and not so much about math terms. So a diamante poem has 7 lines, and this is how it goes. The first line has 1 word, the second line has 2, and then there's 3, and then 4, and then it goes back down. So from 4, then it goes 3, 2, 1. Okay, so there's 1 at the top and at the bottom, and then 2, and then 3, and 4 in the middle. Okay, so there are 2 types of Diamante poems. There are synonym Diamantes, where the word at the top and the word at the bottom are going to be very similar. Okay, and we've worked on synonyms. Or there are antonym Diamantes, where the word at the top and the word at the bottom are going to be opposites. Now, when you write a Diamante or a rhombumante poem, you have to use what we've learned about adjectives and verbs. We practiced those last week. Adjectives are words that describe, and verbs are action words. Verbs are action words. So in a Diamante poem, there's your subject, which has to be a noun, a person, place, or thing. Then 2 describing words that have to do with this noun. Then 3 action words that have to do with this noun. And then in the middle, there are 4 nouns. Then there are 3 verbs again, but that connect to this noun. 2 adjectives that connect to this noun, and then a noun at the bottom, which is either going to be a synonym or an antonym from the top. Okay, that's a lot of information. So if you look at this, it goes noun, adjective, adjective, verb, 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 noun, 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 verb, 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 adjective, adjective, noun. One thing you can do is you can play the game that I linked into, that's listed on your learning map, and that will help you practice nouns, adjectives, and verbs. So you can practice first before you're trying to write a Diamante. Rhombumante. Okay, I'm going to show you a synonym Diamante. So the subject that I picked was flower. Flower is a thing, so that's a noun. Then I thought of a word. What word is similar to flower? I came up with blossom. So I'm starting with the subject flower, and the synonym that I came up with was blossom. So now, when you write a synonym Diamante, they're a little bit easier because all the words are going to have to do with those subjects, and your subjects are very similar. So the first thing I did is think of 2 describing words for a flower. Beautiful and lovely. Then I thought of 3 verbs, and our verbs are always going to end in ing when you're writing a diamante. So I wrote sprouting, budding, growing. Then I need 4 nouns. So I thought of 4 types of flowers. I said lilies, tulips, daisies, orchids. The next one, 3 more ing verbs. So I did blooming, smelling, reaching. Then I need 2 more describing words, colorful, fragrant, which means they smell nice. And then at the bottom, my synonym, blossom. So these are the nouns. The lines that have 2 words are adjectives, ing verbs, and nouns in the middle. Now let me show you an antonym diamante or rhombumante. Okay, now my subject, my thing that I started with was the sun. Now there's not really something that's the opposite of the sun, but we see the sun during the day. What do we see at night? The moon. So now I have the sun at the top and the moon at the bottom. So my first 2 lines and my first 2 nouns are all going to describe the sun. My last 2 nouns and then the adjectives and verbs at the bottom are all going to describe the moon. So let me show you what I mean. It says sun. I described the sun as fiery and yellow. Those are my 2 adjectives. Now I need 3 verbs for the sun. Burning, blinding, shining. Now I need 2 nouns. I have day and light. And now this is the midpoint, so I'm going to change, and these 2 words are going to start describing, I have to start thinking about my word at the bottom. So I put night and crescent, orbiting, reflecting, changing, cold, silver, moon. So you'll see that an antonym diamante is a little trickier. When you're doing a synonym diamante, then all of your words are kind of describing the same subject. So let's go ahead and practice one. I'm going to do one and kind of show how it's created. So I'm going to start with a synonym diamante because I think it's a little easier. And my word at the top, what I'm going to be writing about is a puppy. I have puppy at the top. So a word that's similar or close to puppy to go at the bottom of my diamante could be not a puppy, but what is a puppy when it grows up? A dog. So I have puppy and I have dog. Now, if you remember, my next 2 words have to be adjectives. They are going to describe a puppy. Okay? So puppies, I'm going to say puppies are happy and puppies are cute. Aren't they? Happy and cute. Now I need 3 action words, and they have to end in ing that have to do with a puppy. I know puppies like to do this. They nip. Nip means like a little bite. So I'm going to say nipping, sniffing, that's how they explore, and sleeping. I know puppies like to sleep. Okay, so now I have nipping, sniffing, sleeping. Okay, now let's see. I'm going to say things to do with a puppy or a dog that are nouns, person, place, or thing. Let's see. I'm going to say crate. Some puppies stay in a crate. Blanket. And then collar and leash, because those are things you might need to walk your dog. Okay, so puppy, happy, cute, nipping, sniffing, sleeping, crate, blanket, collar, leash. Now I need 3 ing verbs that have to do with a puppy, or now I'm kind of thinking about a dog as they grow older. Ooh, barking, licking, and then I know some dogs really like digging. And then I'm going to finish up. Now I need 2 describing words for a dog or a puppy. Let's see. A dog is playful. A dog can also be slobbery. That's going to be my other describing word, slobbery. So I have puppy at the top, dog at the bottom. Here are my adjectives that describe. These are my verbs, my ing words that are actions. And then I have 4 other nouns in the middle that are all about either a puppy or a dog. Now, if I wanted to do an antonym poem, I could keep what I wrote about a dog. So I still have the collar, leash, barking, licking, digging, playful, slobbery dog, right? But now if I wanted to do an antonym Diamante, what could I start with at the top? What would we think of as the opposite of a dog? A cat? Yeah. So I could put cat at the top. Then I would need to think of 2 adjectives to describe a cat. Maybe gentle and sleepy. Then I would need 3 ing verbs of like purring, meowing, scratching. Then I would think of 2 nouns, which are things that have to do with the cat. Remember, these 2 go with the dog. So collar and leash would have to do with the dog. For a cat, I could say whiskers and fur. That would have to do with the cat. So then I could start with cat, and all of these words describe the cat, and the bottom half describes the dog. Okay, that is a lot of information. There's that game that you can play to practice nouns, adjectives, and verbs. I have also set up a template for a Diamante or rhombumante poem, and you can follow the template to help you. There's also a template online, so if that works, you can go ahead and you can choose to do a synonym or an antonym, and that will kind of help you through the process. Okay, I will check in with you midweek. Good luck. This is a challenge. These are tricky, and I give you a lot of information. You can do it. Love you all, and I miss you, and I'll talk to you soon.